Hello, welcome. For today's video, we are going to be doing a how-to video. In today's how-to video, I'm going to be showing you how to apply false lashes. So if you are new to applying false lashes or you have been struggling with it and you want to pick up a few little tips and tricks, make sure you pay attention to all the little steps that I give in the video. If you put them all together, you're going to get a perfectly applied pair of false lashes. Let's get started. So step number one when you are putting on false lashes is to remove them from the package and measure them to your eye. The lashes that I'm using today are these ones right here. These are the Kit brand lashes. I believe this is the Rexall in-house brand. So you can see that these ones are shorter on the inside and longer on the outside, so that's gonna give me more of a cat eye effect. If you're looking for your eyes to look more round and more doll-like, sort of more open, then you want to look for lashes that are long all the way across instead of short on the inside and long on the outside. These are my favorite lashes right now for a natural style lash. I use them on myself, I use them on my clients as well. You're gonna pull out the package and just gently remove the lash. And to measure the eyelash to your eye, you're going to look down into your mirror, and without putting any glue on your lash, you're just gonna set it on top of your eye like this, and just try and kind of gauge whether or not you think you need to trim the lash. So I usually do not have to trim any false lashes because I have a really long lash line. In my experience with clients, I'd say 90% of people need to trim their lashes. So because of that, I'm just gonna go ahead and give these a tiny little trim just to show you how to do it. When you trim your lashes, you always wanna trim them from the outside. So you can see this side is shorter and this side is longer. So the longer one is the outside edge of the lash. And so I'm going to just take my scissors and just literally cut the lash like that. And then you're gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye. So most people, both of their eyes are not the same size. So you do wanna measure your lashes for each side. And this one is definitely longer, so I really don't need to trim that side usually ever, but I am just gonna trim it a little bit here. Okay, and that's step one. Step two for applying your false lashes is to line your eyes with eyeliner. So eyeliner is really important. Even if you have lashes like these ones that have a clear band, you still want to apply eyeliner across your lash line to hide that band. And you especially want to make sure you're putting on eyeliner if the lash has a black band. So you'll see that on more dramatic pairs of lashes. I would say you always want to line your eyes until you get good at putting on lashes. Eventually you'll get to the point where you'll be able to put your lashes on so perfectly that you can hide that band behind your natural lashes. But for beginners, you for sure always want to use an eyeliner. So you can use whatever kind of eyeliner you want, whether it's liquid, gel, pencil. I would recommend going as dark as you feel comfortable with. I'm gonna use a black kohl liner. This one is from Charlotte Tilbury. And then today I want sort of more of a smudgy liner look, so I'm just taking my pencil brush and just smudging that out. This is also the easiest type of eyeliner to do, so if you're not used to doing liner, this is the way I would recommend doing it, because you don't have to be super neat and make like a super neat line, because you're just smudging it out anyways. So I went ahead and smudged that, and then because you kind of smudge away some of the darkness from right up against the lashes when you do that, I'm just gonna go back in with my pencil and just reline right up against the lashes. So another thing that I'm doing with my eyeliner that's really important when you are wearing false lashes is I am tight lining. So tight lining means taking your eyeliner and putting it on the inside of your eye along the top lashes. So what I normally do is just hold the pencil here, and then I literally just look down and drag it across. And I know that looks freaky. What you can also do is kind of pull up on your eyelid, look down to the corner of your eye, and apply it that way as well. That's gonna hide the skin underneath your lashes and just make that lash band blend in even more. I'm also going to line my waterline. This is your choice if you want to do this or not. Because I'm going for a more smoky look today, I do want to have some dark liner on the bottom. It's freaking Armageddon outside right now. It just got so dark outside and started pouring rain. Step 3 is to curl your lashes and apply mascara. So I don't really understand putting on mascara after you put on your false lashes. I always like to do mine before, and I like to give my lashes a little curl as well. So I'm just gonna take my Charlotte Tilbury eyelash curler and curl my natural lashes with this. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some mascara. So for mascara today, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes Volume 2 mascara. This is a really volumizing mascara. I feel like it puts a ton of product onto your lashes, so it really helps blend your natural lash with the false lash once you get the false lashes on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pop on some mascara. And you definitely wanna put mascara on your top and bottom lashes because you're gonna have a really full lash on top. And if you don't put mascara on the bottom, it's gonna look really unbalanced. Your top lid is gonna look really heavy and the look will be sort of unfinished. Next step is getting glue onto your lashes. So I feel like this is a really hard part for people. So I'm gonna show you the way that I like to do it. So for glue today, I'm using the good old-fashioned Duo lash glue that comes in a tube. My favorite lash glue is actually the Duo latex free lash glue. It's the one with the green cap, so you can look for the green and white packaging, and it has a little brush, so you can actually brush the adhesive onto the lash band. But I took this out of my kit and I actually prefer this for freelancing, so that's why I'm using this today. So the way that I like to do this is I like to squeeze the lash glue until glue kind of is coming out the top. And then I'll take the lash and just run that right over top. And I'm not squeezing out any extra glue, I'm just holding that little bit of glue out that I squeezed out originally. And you want to make sure that you get a lot of glue on the outer corner of the lash and the inner corner of the lash, because those are the parts that are really going to want to fall off. I'm gonna take that lash and just set it down to let that glue dry a little bit. So the Duo brush-on adhesive with the green cap, the latex free, you can pretty much apply that to your lid right away. You don't really need to wait for the glue to dry. With most other Duo glues or eyelash glues in general, you do really want to let the glue sit and dry for a good amount of time so that it gets a little bit tacky. It's gonna make it a lot easier for you to apply. If you have really round eyes, a little trick that you can do to make the lash fit better onto your eyelid is to take the lash, wrap it around your finger like so. So there's a little bit of adhesives on the lash band from when it was glued into the box. So that's going to stick it down to your finger, and you can just leave it to hang out on there like that for a little while, and that's going to give the band more of a round appearance instead of being more straight across. And that's going to fit around eye a lot better. The glue has been drying on my lashes for a few minutes now. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a pair of tweezers. These are my lash tweezers, so I only use these for applying lashes. You can buy a lash applicator, you can use your fingers, but honestly I find tweezers the easiest to use. You wanna make sure that the tweezers are completely clean. You don't want any stickiness. If you've used them to apply lashes before, they might have a little bit of lash glue on them. You wanna just make sure they're totally clean. I'm going to look straight down into my mirror and come at my lash line from up above. So I'm above my lashes coming down, And I'm just going to really lightly set that on my lash line. You can see it's not really attached, it's just kind of floating there. And I wanna make sure that it's lined up properly. So if I have it too far to the outside, I can move it in. If it's too far to the inside, I can move it out. And so I do think I'm a little bit close to the inside, so I'm just gonna pull it down this way a little bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead here with the outside corner first and stick that down with my tweezers. I'm gonna then come onto the inner corner and make sure that that is stuck down. And then I like to take my tweezers and just come all the way along the lash line, pinching that lash band right up against that lash line. Go ahead and repeat that on the other side with you guys. So I'm coming straight down towards my lash line, placing the lash, making sure I like where it's sitting, and then I'm gonna go ahead and attach the outside corner, the inside corner, and then pinch it down all the way across the band. Something else that I like to do with my tweezers is to grab hold of the lashes, even if you get some of your own lashes, it's fine, and just kind of push backwards into my lash line with it, so that I'm really making sure that I'm sticking that lash band down all the way across my lid. So you guys can see a lot of glue poking through there. When you first apply your lashes, the glue is still wet, so it's going to be white. But you can see over here, as the glue is drying, it's starting to become more translucent. So that white look will go away. So you just need to give it a little bit of time. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my makeup while I let that glue dry, and then we will come back and finish off the look with the final step in applying false lashes. Okay guys, so the glue has pretty much dried for the most part. So for the final step, I'm just gonna go ahead back in with my eyeliner. I'm gonna use the same liner that I was using before in step 1. What step was that? I'm using my same Charlotte Tilbury Rock & Kohl liner, and I'm just going to line over top of the lash band again. So even though the glue dries clear, it's still a little bit shiny and you can still kind of see the glue a little bit. So a really good way to hide that is just to go back over top with your eyeliner. So I'm just gonna take my liner one more time and just run right over top of that lash band. So it's really important that you've got liner coming from right here where my lash ends towards the inner corner of the eye. That's the most obvious spot when you're not wearing liner. That's a giveaway that you have your lashes on. So really important to create a seamless line by bringing the eyeliner right down onto the inner corner of your eye here. That is how you apply false lashes. I know that it is really hard at the beginning. You are struggling, corners are popping off, they're not lying flat, but I promise if you follow every single step that I tell you to do in this video and you practice, you're going to be able to pop your lashes on in no time. I swear I can put eyelashes on quicker than I can apply mascara, because when I just wear mascara on my lashes, I wear a mascara primer and then 2 coats of mascara. So by the time I finish doing all of those coats, I could have had a quick 1 coat of mascara and my lashes on and been out the door with a more dramatic look. So if you've been struggling with applying your false lashes, I hope this video helps you out. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave them for me down below. I always respond to my comments, so I love hearing from you guys and answering any questions that you do have. One tip that I do have for applying false lashes comes at the very beginning of everything is when you are purchasing your false lashes and you're just first starting out applying them. I would recommend going for the most natural lashes you can find. First of all, they're not going to feel too dramatic because if you're not used to wearing false lashes, it can feel like a lot when you first put them on, especially if they're a more dramatic style. And Second of all, it's a lot easier to practice applying a false lash when it's not as heavy and the band isn't as thick. So you want to look for lashes like the ones I put on today that have a clear band and that look like they're the most natural style of lash. So anything that says like wispy or natural or everyday, that's the type of lash that you want to look for when you're first buying your lashes and first practicing putting them on. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I have to get to work. I am going to wrap up this video here. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Leave me a comment down below and subscribe if you want to see more. Bye guys.